There's a kind of strength that doesn't make noise. It doesn't scream. It doesn't show off. It just exists, silent, unshakable, unbreakable. This is the story of the silent storm. The strength that speaks without words. You see, real power isn't built in front of a crowd. It's built when no one's watching, when the gym is empty, and the echoes of your breath are the only sound left in the air. That's where the true transformation happens. Not in applause, but in the stillness between reps. Not in validation, but in the silence of your own discipline. Every drop of sweat tells a story. Not of glory, but of grit. Not of perfection, but of persistence. Because strength isn't about what you show. It's about what you survive. It's about those days you could have quit, but didn't. Those days you felt empty, but still showed up. Those moments when everything in you screamed stop. And yet you moved again. That's the storm inside you. That's the part of you that refuses to die. People won't understand it. They'll see your muscles, but not your pain. They'll see your progress, but not your patience. They'll see your confidence, but not your countless nights of doubt. They'll never know the weight you carry, because it's not the barbell that breaks you. It's the battle inside your mind. But that's fine, because your mission isn't to be understood. It's to be undeniable. Every warrior learns to fight in silence, to turn pain into language, to make suffering an ally. That's what the silent storm is. A quiet rebellion against weakness. A steady rise when the world expects you'll fall. You don't need to announce your grind. You just need to live it. You don't need to prove your worth. You just need to embody it. Because strength isn't proven by words. It's proven by consistency. When you lift, you're not just moving weight. You're moving history. Your own story of becoming something greater than before. Each rep is a declaration. I will not be ordinary. Each breath is a promise. I will not be defeated. Each drop of sweat is a signature. This is who I am, and who I'm becoming. You're not chasing perfection. You're chasing power, inner, unshakable, eternal. There's a difference between those who train for attention, and those who train for redemption. You're the second kind. You don't train for likes. You train for life. Because the iron doesn't care about your status. It only answers to your effort. And when that steel meets your hands, it asks one question. Are you ready to prove yourself again? Every single day, the answer must be yes. No matter how tired. No matter how broken. No matter how silent the world around you becomes. You are the calm before the chaos. And the chaos itself. You are the fire that doesn't need a witness. You are the silent storm. You don't shout to be heard. Your results do the talking. You don't argue with weakness. You outwork it. You don't wait for motivation. You move without it. So when the pain comes, don't flinch. When the doubt whispers, don't listen. When the weight feels impossible, don't retreat. That's the moment that defines you. That's when the storm starts to move. Pain isn't your enemy. It's your compass. It points toward growth. It leads toward greatness. If you can learn to stand in the storm long enough, you'll realize it doesn't destroy you. It clears your path. There's a peace that only the relentless understand. It's the peace that comes when you've faced your limits and still refuse to stop. That silence after a brutal set. That stillness after you collapse to the floor. That's not exhaustion. That's rebirth. That's your body whispering. You survived again. That's your soul growing louder. Stronger. Calmer. That's the sound of the silent storm. The stillness that follows destruction. The balance that follows chaos. You see, strength isn't about rage. It's about control. It's about carrying chaos in your hands and still moving with purpose. The storm inside you is wild. But you've learned to guide it. Your discipline is your anchor. Your focus is your weapon. Your silence is your power. Because real strength doesn't shout. It speaks through action. When you walk into the gym, you don't need music to hype you. You don't need cheers to push you. You don't need approval to continue. You have something stronger. Your reason. And when your reason is clear, nothing can stop you. Not pain. Not fear. Not failure. You become the kind of person who doesn't need to talk about power. Because you are power. So next time you stand before the weights, listen closely. Not to the noise around you, but to the silence within. That silence. That's your truth. That's where the silent storm is born. You are not weak. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are still here. Still rising. Still fighting. Still evolving. And one day, the world will hear your silence and know what real strength sounds like. Because in the end, the loudest power is the one that doesn't need to shout. You are the calm, the chaos, the fire, the iron, the storm, and the silence that follows. You are the silent storm. Because storms don't announce their arrival, they just hit. And when they do, everything changes. The weak run for shelter. The scared look for excuses. But the strong, they rise. They don't hide from the storm. They become it. When the storm hits, you don't wait for calm skies. You move through the chaos. You move through the noise. You move through the pain. Because you've learned that peace is found on the other side of struggle. You've learned that silence doesn't mean weakness. It means control. It means mastery. It means you've stopped reacting and started commanding. The storm is not your enemy. It's your test. It's the universe asking you, how bad do you want it? And your answer is never in your words. It's in your work. In every rep. In every drop of sweat. In every day you show up when no one would blame you for quitting. When the storm hits, you don't ask for mercy. You earn your victory. You fight with blood. With breath. With the same relentless pulse that's been inside you since the beginning. Because this isn't just about building muscle. It's about building meaning. It's about proving to yourself that you can endure what others can't. The truth is, storms reveal what comfort hides. They strip you bare, tear away your excuses, and show you exactly who you are. You can't fake it when the storm comes. There's no mask strong enough. No words loud enough. No shortcut quick enough. The only thing that survives the storm is truth. And your truth is that you were never ordinary. You were built from battles. You were raised by resistance. You were carved by chaos. While others look for safety, you've always looked for challenge. Because you know that without pressure, there's no progress. Without pain, there's no purpose. Without storms, there's no strength. You see, storms don't destroy the strong. They define them. The thunder doesn't scare you anymore. It reminds you that your power is real. The lightning doesn't threaten you. It illuminates the path ahead. You've learned to walk through the storm without fear. Because fear has no place in a heart that's tasted fire and survived. Every person who's ever risen from the ashes has had to face their own storm. Every champion, every warrior, every legend. They've all been through the same winds of doubt. The same floods of pain. The same lightning of loss. And yet they didn't break. They evolved. They transformed. Because storms don't stop those who were born to move forward. And now it's your turn. The world won't always understand your silence. They won't understand your obsession, your discipline, your focus. They'll call it madness. But it's not madness. It's clarity. You've seen what lies beyond comfort. And you're not going back. You've felt the pain that most people run from. And instead of running, you shook its hand and said, "Teach me." That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you different. You don't fear the storm. You've become one. Every goal you chase,